here of okay, I can just say the same time. Hey guys, this is Mark from the Five Podcast, and I'm coming to you to discuss who my favorite black male actors are, and I've ranked them. So I've ranked them based upon my personal preference, based upon the impact from just movies. So no TV shows. There are some actors that I had to kind of leave out, but with the passing of Chadwick Boseman, I want to just put out there who I like, and I'm going to put some honorable mentions in there, and then we'll get to the top 10. I'm going to go backwards. Hey Alexis, Sashay Lee. All right, so I have my list here, and I've had to dibble and dabble and kind of jump back and forth. It took me about 30 minutes to make this list, and I had to look at a bunch of lists of actual black actors. And then I had to research what movies they created and come up with my list in an order, which is it was difficult for me. Because we have this thing where the one who's closest to us or the last thing we saw has the tendency to leave more of an impact than things that we've seen years ago. So without taking too long on this video, let's start off. Number 15. And my number 15 is a tie. Michael B. Jordan and Chadwick Boseman. Rest in power, King. So I believe that they were the next up and coming. Well, Michael B. Jordan, of course, is still up and coming. Chadwick Boseman was there. I didn't see a lot of his movies. I mean, I know him from Black Panther, which is how a lot of people knew him. But he also did the Jackie Robinson movie. He did a few other movies there. I didn't specifically list all of them, but for some of the people here, I'll be listing what movie I used to rank the people. But for number 15 is an honorable mention, Michael B. Jordan and Chadwick Boseman tied. Number 14, and this is mainly because of his impact on the culture, and I don't think he's the best actor, but hands down, like he's created and he's written and he's been in a lot of movies that have been influential to black cinema, and I'm going with Ice Cube. Ice Cube's that guy. Higher Learning, Boys in the Hood, Friday, to name a few. Ice Cube's that guy. And I really appreciate what he did. I mean, to go from F the Police to, I want to write a movie. We live in a world where people like to put us in boxes. And I'm pretty sure at the time when he did this, people were like, yo, you going to make a movie? Yeah, I'm going to make a movie. And I mean, people talk about it today. Oh, he didn't pay us. Oh, she said Jackie Robinson's an amazing movie. I'm on Instagram Live also, so if you see me look back and forth, that's what it is. But I mean, for a rapper who was very, anti this and anti that and came across very much as a thug, Ice Cube. Gotta go with Ice Cube. All right, number 13. This was another tie for me as far as I couldn't pick one or the other, but it went to either Forrest Whitaker or Leon. And we all know who Leon is. Leon just plays that random role in different movies. Leon plays a random role in different movies. I remember him primarily from The Temptations. He was, what is his name? David Ruffin. David Ruffin from The Temptations. And Forrest Whitaker was in Jason's Lyric. Forrest Whitaker, that's the only movie I can really think of with him. That's why he's number 13 as an honorable mention. But he's a good actor. I heard that he played in a movie where it was like Kings of Something. Was pretty good. All right, number 12, honorable mention, Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman. Come on, you know the voice. Morgan Freeman has that voice. If God had a voice, it's either him or James Earl Jones. That's it. Or it's the guy who plays in Greenwood. No, what is it? What's it? I'm blanking out. But there's a movie on Netflix. Not a movie. It's a TV show on Netflix. Greenville, or I can't think of it. But he's a pastor. He has like that iconic voice. But Morgan Freeman, Shawshank Redemption, Lean on Me. Come on, lean on me, Mr. Clark. Mr. Clark, come quick. Some guys are beating up Kid Ray. You all remember that part. He grabbed the walkie-talkie. He running down the hallway. Kid Ray getting the snot beat out of him. Yeah, we know who that is. That's number 12, honorable mention. Number 11, honorable mention, Terrence Howard. It may be funny to look at Terrence Howard now, and he's on the TV show on whatever that TV show is, when he just did the record producer or something like that, and he gets killed or somebody always tries to kill him, whatever it is. But this is also the guy who was on The Best Man, Hustle and Flow. He's an actor. He was an Iron Man too, and so he started a little bit of this, and they replaced him. But Terrence Howard is my honorable mention at number 11. All right, getting down to it. Yes, Greenleaf. That's what it is. Greenleaf. Amen. Ooh, man. Hey, you can hear the pain in her voice as she sings that intro. All right, so number 10, Lawrence Fishburne. Come on, you got to give it to Lawrence Fishburne. When you think of, what is his name? When you think of Tina Turner and Ike Turner, nobody thinks of Ike Turner. We think of Lawrence Fishburne. Lawrence Fishburne played Ike Turner better than Ike Turner. My first quotable from a movie came from Lawrence Fishburne. Eat the cake, anime. Anime, eat the cake. And the guy was like, this anime, please eat the cake. Eat the cake, anime. Lawrence Fishburne. Got to give it to Lawrence Fishburne. Let me see. Hoodlum, Higher Learning, Deep Cover. I mean, Lawrence Fishburne, he might have been, he could have been higher on my list. I should have swapped him out with somebody else. But for number 10, Lawrence Fishburne. All right, number 9, Omar Epps. Yes, we all laughed at the last movie he did with Nia Long. We laughed at it. It was terrible. It was terrible in a good way. I get it. But you can't take away from where he's come from. My movies I picked for Omar Epps, Love and Basketball. That was the coolest movie that I never wanted to watch again. I loved and hated that movie. I loved it because it's such a great movie, but I hated it because I hated watching them break up. I hated watching them break up. I felt like I was being broken up with. It also, I'll get into that later. Let me see what else. In Too Deep, him and LL Cool J. LL Cool J could have made the list as honorable mention. He's pretty good. And Juice, where we first probably saw him in Juice. I mean, his acting in Juice wasn't that great, but we all get to start somewhere, right? All right. Someone just said The Matrix, and that was for Lawrence Fishburne. Yes, Lawrence Fishburne was in The Matrix. I mean, it was a good movie. I do like Lawrence Fishburne in The Matrix, but The Matrix didn't make my list for why I picked Lawrence Fishburne. All right, here we go. We are now moving on to number 8, Lorenz Tate. Yes, we can laugh at him in Power and see that his acting isn't great in Power, but I think that goes more to the writing than the acting in that case. But Lorenz Tate, Menace to Society, Love Jones, Dead Presidents, classic movies, all of them. And if I ask 10 black people if they've seen those movies, 9.5 of them will say that they saw all 3 of those movies. Menace to Society was so good that I actually, look at my son coming in the background. Menace to Society was so good, I had to show that to my wife. I said, babe, this is it. I actually ranked Menace to Society higher than I do Boys in the Hood. That might be blasphemous for some people, but I think Menace to Society is a better movie than Boys in the Hood. I got to go back and watch them as an adult and see if they both hold up to that today. But all right, Lorenz Tate at number 8. Number 7, Cuba Gooding Jr. He was that guy. Let's not forget it. Cuba Gooding Jr. was the man at one point. Man of Honor, Boys in the Hood, Jerry Maguire. He was the next up. I think he just made some really bad movie decisions, like when he did Boat Trip and Snow Dogs. But Cuba Gooding Jr. was there. Number 6, we're starting to get to the good part. Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes is the first black superhero. Blade. And I mean, it might not be a superhero by standards. I guess he's like an anti-hero because he's not like, this great person. But Wesley Snipes, New Jack City. When I was a kid, I wanted to name my son Nino. That's how much I like Nino Brown. He did a really good job. Demolition Man. Passenger 57, if I'm getting that movie right. I didn't write that one down. That's just coming off the top. He did play that movie when he dressed up as a woman. But that came on HBO a bunch of times. He still did a good role. He still did a good job in that, but I forgot the name of it. Oh, Tu Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar. I saw it probably about 7 times when I was a kid. I couldn't understand why he was dressed up as a woman, but I was a kid. All right, here we go. Top 5 dead or alive. They're all alive. Samuel L. Jackson, number 5. Django Unchained. He played the best role in that movie, Django Unchained. A lot of people like to give it to Leonardo DiCaprio. Samuel L. Jackson got that. Sorry. Samuel L. Jackson was the guy. So let's see. What else do I have with Samuel L. Jackson? Django Unchained, Unbreakable, Die Hard with a Vengeance. Samuel L. Jackson. He was also in, what is the name of this movie? Of course, I didn't write this movie down. Do the Right Thing. He was a radio host. Pulp Fiction. Yeah. Number 4, Eddie Murphy. And I know Eddie Murphy is a comedian, but when he broke out of being a comedian and he went to a movie star, he hit it hard. Eddie Murphy, Coming to America, Boomerang, The Nutty Professor. Eddie Murphy. He was that guy who said, you know what? Nah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be this person, but I also want to be this person, and this person. And so many people have gone on to continue to do that. I mean, I don't think there'd be a Martin Lawrence without Eddie Murphy. And if you think of people who play multiple roles in movies, shoot, I don't think we'd have the movie White Chicks, the Wayans brothers, and they're playing white girls without Eddie Murphy doing some of the things he did. I mean, he was the next person after Richard Pryor. He took that. All of those older comedians kind of said Eddie's the future. What, Bill Cosby? I don't want to be Bill Cosby, but Richard Pryor, Red Fox, all those guys, they knew Eddie was the next up. All right, here we go. Top 3. And I'm going to switch somebody. Number 3 is Will Smith. On my list, he's number 2. But after careful consideration, I have to put Will Smith at number 3. Independence Day, 7 Pounds, Hitch. Will Smith is a solid actor. Very good. He's high on my list. I really enjoy watching movies from him. He gives me the perfect balance of being serious to being funny. He has the best one-liners. I, Robot. Will Smith is a very good actor. If I was studying acting from someone, I'd look at Will Smith and say, I want to be like him. But he is replaced by number 2 on my list, Jamie Foxx. I think Jamie Foxx is a better actor, man. Jamie Foxx he's really good. When I watch things from Jamie Foxx and I watch The Range, he's awesome. The last movie I watched with him was the Project Power. And I mean, I didn't think he did like a great job in there, but Jamie Foxx has played in some movies that range from some of my favorite comedies to like things where he's not a funny person at all. And it's funny, and he gets those roles. I mean, shoot, I never saw Ray, but I heard Ray was like critically acclaimed. What else do we have for Jamie Foxx? Law Abiding Citizen, Any Given Sunday, one of my favorite comedies, Booty Call. I know replacing Will Smith and Jamie Foxx won't be the popular ones, but I put Jamie Foxx ahead of Will Smith. And number 1, we all know who it is, Denzel. It's nothing I can do. Denzel has been the man for a very long time. Mo Better Blues, Men on Fire, Training Day, Remember the Titans. If there's a role that you want to attribute to a black man and you're looking for the top, who's that guy? Everyone thinks of Denzel. And Denzel has touched the lives of so many other actors, including Amari Hardwick, Chadwick Boseman. he gives back. His son is now acting, and you can see the natural talent that his son has. So that's my top 10. Comment, tell me what you think. Let me know if I'm right, I'm wrong, your opinion, who should have been ranked higher, who should have ranked lower, who did I forget? And as always, like and subscribe. See you guys later. Bye.